My name is Dr. Enie Hensel, and I'm a marine ecologist and educator. And the most interesting part about my career is that I'll always be learning and have a wide variety of responsibilities, so I'll always be kept on my toes, or fins, if you will. My research focuses on coastal and nearshore ecosystems like coastal rivers, marshes, oyster reefs, coral reefs, and seagrasses. As an ecologist, a type of scientist or researcher, I'm interested in how organisms interact with one another as well as their surrounding environment. And specifically, I'm interested in how human activities alter the role of marine predators, so sharks, groupers, crabs, within coastal habitats. And for the educator part, here is your short lesson today on predator ecology. Predators, animals that eat other animals, can have strong influences on their surroundings, and just 3 ways they can have an impact is through eating, scaring, and peeing. When they eat, they keep animal populations that are lower in the food chain at stable levels so that those populations don't overconsume their prey. When predators are just simply present, just visually being large or even smelled by potential prey, they can change the behaviors of those around them, having them spend more time taking refuge than, say, eating or grazing. Mobile predators are also important nutrient transporters. Moving around in their expansive home ranges, they're peeing and pooping. Oh yeah, I said it. And these nutrients can help nourish plants such as seagrasses. Currently, I'm working within a university setting as a senior researcher in a lab at the Virginia Institute of Marine Science. We are interested in different ways to restore seagrasses that have declined or completely disappeared largely due to human influences. One way in which we restore seagrasses is by collecting seagrass seeds and then spreading the seeds over seagrass beds that could use a boost or where beds of grass have completely disappeared. This method is similar to planting seeds in your garden or farm. Like many other type of researchers, a marine ecologist has multiple jobs, which means we don't really have a set uniform or attire. I might be in a wetsuit one day collecting data with waterproof paper with a clipboard and pencil, or in casual professional attire to teach at my university, or boat attire like a sun shirt, shades, and a hat. While each day is likely to be a little bit different, I spend a lot of time writing. Potentially not what you expected. It wasn't for me either until I went to college. But it's important to be able to share your scientific findings so your field can grow, so policymakers and wildlife management can make data-driven decisions, and people in general can learn something new about our natural world. And then some days I get to conduct field research, and for me, that means going into the water, my happy place. Fieldwork can be setting up an experiment. Here I'm constructing a reef in the Bahamas with cinder blocks to investigate how reef shape affects their fish communities. It can also mean collecting data on an existing project, counting seagrass shoots. So what type of equipment or tools do I use as a marine ecologist? It definitely depends on the research, but 2 examples for some tools I use as a predator and community ecologist. To study the movement of animals, I use acoustic telemetry, where I have tags inside individual predators, like this Nassau grouper, that communicates with receivers I have placed underwater, collecting where the fish is located over time. I've also used drones to count marine megafauna in shallow tidal creeks to examine what habitats sharks, rays, and turtles use, and whether or not shoreline development may change where we see these animals. So all in all, that is my career thus far as a marine ecologist and educator. One question that might be still on your mind is, how much schooling or training do we have to become a scientist or researcher, and is it important to go directly to college after high school? I do recommend going straight to college after high school for a couple of reasons. Be it a community college or undergraduate, one, you have a lot of grants and scholarships available to you to make college financially possible right when you are a recent graduate. Also, most researchers and scientists, we have to get our doctorate degree. And so typically, you can get your undergraduate, that can go from 3, 4, 5 years, and then graduate years can go anywhere from 3 to 7+ years. Last thing I wanted to say with y'all today is that no matter what career path you choose, Your exact job title will likely change and evolve over time, and that's normal. It keeps life from being boring. If you'd like to see other examples of researchers that study marine predators, please check out sharksforkids.com webinar.